Hello, today we're going to talk about United States time zones. On this USA map, you can see there are 4 different colors. Each color represents one time zone. So there are 4 different time zones on this United States map. The states in the same color means they are in the same time zone. These red states are in the Eastern time zone, and these states in yellow color are in Central time zone. And these states in green color are in Mountain time zone. And these states in orange color are in Pacific time zone. There are also Alaskan time zone and Hawaiian time zone that did not show on this United States map. Remember from the last time's lessons we talked about if your time zone is moving toward the east directions, which would be this side of the map. That means for each time zone, you will have to add 1 hour. On the opposite way, if your directions is moving toward west, which will be on this side of the map, then you will have to minus 1 hour for each of the time zone. So let's take a look at an example time. Let's find out where is Georgia. Here is Georgia, and we're in the Eastern time zone. And let's say it's 2:45 p.m. at this time, and I want to know what time that would be in California. So let's do the math together. Look at the Central time zone. It's on the west side of the Eastern time zone. So that means I will have to minus 1 hour for the Central time zone, minus another hour for the Mountain time zone, minus another hour for the Pacific time zone. So I started from Eastern time zone, that's at 2:45 p.m. Minus 1 hour become 11:45 p.m. Minus another hour become 12:45 p.m. And this p.m. is right after noontime. So after minus another hour, that will become a.m. times. So that will be 11:45 a.m. or right before noontime. On the opposite, if I'm trying to start off on California time and to figure out what time that would be in Georgia, then I have to think differently. Look at the map. From California to Georgia is moving toward east. That means for each time zone, I have to plus 1 hour. So let's see, started from California, that is Pacific time zone. Going to Mountain time zone, I gotta add 1 hour. To Central time zone, I gotta add another hour. Going to Eastern time zone, that would be another hour plus. So you can see from 11:45, gradually adding 1 hour become 12:45 p.m., adding another hour become 1:45 p.m., adding another hour become 2:45 p.m., which will be Eastern time for Georgia. And that's the way how I figured it out. Let's do another example. Let's say it is 4 p.m. in Georgia. And I'm trying to find out what time is it for the friend who lives in Idaho. First, I found out it's moving toward west. So I need to minus 1 hour for Central time, minus another hour for Mountain time. So 4 p.m. minus 2 hours, it becomes 2 p.m. And that's how I find out my answer. So the key to figure out the time zone is find out which directions you're going. If you're going to east, then you plus 1 hour for each time zone. If you're going toward west, then you're going to minus 1 hour for each time zone. Let's say there is a TV program and started at the Central time, 8 p.m. Now, for the people who live in a different time zone, wanted to watch the same TV program, but what time they're supposed to turn on their TV to watch it? Let's find out. If you lived in a Central time, which will be on the east side of the Central time zone, that means you got to plus that 1 hour. So Eastern time plus 1, they'll turn it into 9 p.m. So if you live in an Eastern time zone, you want to watch the same TV program, you got to turn on your TV at 9 o'clock at night. Now for the people who live in a mountain time zone, which would be on the west side of the central time, that means you're going to minus 1 hour. So 8 p.m. minus that 1 hour will turn it into 7 p.m. For the people who lived in Pacific time zone, that is another west direction. So you're going to minus another 1 hour. We use the mountain time zone to minus 1 hour. So 7 minus 1, the answer is 6 p.m. So for the same TV program, for the people who live in a different time zone, they're watching it at a different time. Eastern time zone, watch it at 9 p.m. Now Central time zone, turn on the TV at 8 p.m. Mountain time zone, 7 p.m. Pacific time zone, 6 p.m. So at that same time, at a different time, people turn on their TV. They can watch the same TV program at the same moment. So next time, when something is going to start at 6 p.m. at Pacific time, it doesn't mean you are going to start it at 6 p.m. because you are in different time zone. That's the lesson.